This video is going to be about the cQ-DATR Volume Indicator, version 3.3. This is the indicator. Basically, I changed the algorithm so it responds differently than the previous versions. You can get up to 1 or 2, maybe sometimes 3 and 4 candles better. It's based on changing this code, which is, this right here, for going up and going down. Anyway, you can try it and see if it does anything, if it improves your system. I also added a light version, which is this here. It's this same algorithm that's in this version right here, except it has fewer variables. So, but it's the same thing. They'll both be in the zip file. The rest of the video is going to be about the version 3.2 indicator, which is basically the same thing, except this algorithm is different. So that's it. This video is going to be about the cQ-DATR Volume Indicator, version 3.2. This is the indicator down here. I'm just going to go over some of the changes that I've done, which are right in this area. Everything else is pretty much the same. This is the slope input calculation right here, where you have the slope period, which is this value here. Slope mode, which is this moving average type, and the price, which is this up here. Next, we have the slope minimum, which right now it's set to 0. So it's just the value that the slope has to be greater or lesser than. This here, this noise reduction value, which these are just some preset values, so you don't have to type them in. And they work fairly well, but it's this right here. That's what this, it's just an ATR value, and it will, here I'll show you what it does. That's the default. I'll put it like to 1. And you see right here, a lot of this noise is just removed. And obviously you miss some of these here, and in order to keep the noise out, you'll have to find a different baseline, for example. But that's the main improvement of this, because this indicator really will only work when price is actually moving. And pretty much everything else is the same. You have these 3 modes: the standard deviation signal, moving average single, moving average dual. And on the dual, you can swap the channels. For the bands, this is the moving average type. You have all these. This is the deviation, how far above these, the bars it will be drawn. The minimum ATR level, which is this yellow line. Right now it's using 100, ADX VMA at 100, which is pretty flat, but it will move, it will change, vary. And then this down here is the inverted one, which right now it's linear weighted moving average at 10, and we'll put this at 5, and it moves it down like that, which sometimes what we can do is turn, if you want to set that first, turn it off. Right now that's not, maybe you could just put this to 2. You'll have to find the setting, but sometimes just using this works, just using the ATR itself. There's also a no parameters version, which will load this file. And for example, if you change this, we'll just reset it. Go back here, load that again, it will change. this is so you don't have to, if you're going to use it for an expert advisor, you can just use the iCustom function, and it will pass the parameters using a file. Every time you call that function, you won't have to pass any of the parameters, or you have to pass just the file name, which is this right here. This seems to work well, so give it a try.